It is the tipping point of my Tipton.
Yeah.
I am here with my guy, Shane Munoz. We are hanging out, having ourselves a good old time. Just
Shane Wolf.
Shane Wolf, the Wolf. The Wolf Man is here
Yes,
with us.
sir.
You got the tattoos, you got the ring, you got the hat, you got all that. Me brand, obviously, that's your brand. You've got something really cool coming up here. I supported you last year. I can't wait to get it supported again this year. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about what you got going on, man.
Well, hey, all love, all love, and I hope everyone's doing amazing tuning into this. But man, I'm really excited for what's about to go down July 29th, 8 in the morning. I encourage you, runners, walkers, if you guys want to go out there, all my people who are in the gym and really love working out, and you guys want something to do and go out and run for a great cause. I encourage everyone to come out. If you have a family member that's currently battling right now, could be cancer, if you had a family member that's been diagnosed with cancer, or someone that's maybe you have lost in the family that you want to maybe go run for, right? And it's just amazing, man. These past couple of years, partnered with Sarcoma Strong, a nonprofit organization, partnered with Texas Tech, orthopedic surgeons of El Paso with Rajiv, Team Rajiv and his whole team out there, man, doing amazing work. And just the impact, young warriors that have been there, that have been battling the same cancer, that I battled before, and just to see that, man, it creates something in me, something that where I want more of. And survivors, I want them to go out there and to run and show that you're a survivor, show what you've been through, right? And that's the day to do it. Is July 29th, is to go out there and run for a purpose, right? And for me, man, it really just hits home for me. And one, it funds research for more effective cures in sarcomas. Sarcoma is a rare disease, which is a bone cancer. It develops around the soft tissue, around the bone. I was diagnosed with E-wing sarcoma at a young age, 30% survival rate. Shortly after my father passed away, shortly after my mom passed away, but I'm alive to tell it today. And what I'm doing is impacting the city and raising awareness in sarcomas, in childhood cancer, and people who are battling cancer currently, with people who have lost somebody, right? And after cancer, life still hits. But this is that hope that's going to be in exchange of your run, of your effort of going out there and showing your face, showing your support. The warriors out there, the survivors going to be that's going to be running alongside with you. I believe it's going to be a huge impact, and this is really special one for me. Tip, just lost my cousin. He was battling stage 5 colon cancer for 14 months straight, man. He beat it first time around, and that's where warrior blood, comes from, and it runs deep, and there's a lot of meaning behind it. And he had to activate his wolf. He had to activate his fight. That means pushing forward, pushing against the turbulence, regardless of what life throws at you, right? And his cancer was very aggressive, and he beat it, right? Mm-hmm. And shortly after, he was in remission, and just last year, got his biopsy, everything, and the cancer came back aggressively. And there's a lot of stuff that's beyond our control, mm-hmm. right? But our faith remains, and he fought. And I'm telling you, he didn't lose his battle to cancer, because his legacy remains. Shout out Rudy Roo. Your legacy remains in all of us, and his family, his kids. And that's for anybody that's listening. You've lost somebody, their legacy remains in you, right? It's the reason why I live with so much passion. It's like, how do you do it without your parents, without this getting cancer? Like, how are you so strong? Because I know that they're with me and their hearts are still beating through mine. Mm-hmm. For anyone that's listening, you have family that's out there that you may have lost, siblings that you may have lost. Their hearts are still beating with yours. And the way you live your life is going to be a reflection of their legacy. And warrior blood, this is a huge special race for me. He gained his wings back in February of this year, my cousin Rudy. and he told me, man, he was lying there. And I was talking to him, and I told him, like, hold on. God is going to provide you that strength to finish. And he told me, when I beat this, I'm going to beat this. And I want to be on stage with you. I want to impact. I want to talk about my cancer journey and help other people with their cancer journey. I said, we are Rudy Roo. He never lost his voice. He never lost his fight. And this guy's on his last days, minutes, seconds. I'm going to tell you, that's that fight right there. And that's that hope. And I'm a walking testimony to provide that hope to anybody that's living with fear, anxiety, depression. It doesn't have to be cancer. It can be a disease. It can be mental health. It can be anything that people are struggling with. That's the fight, and that's the hope that, we're going to shine the light on July 29th at Album Park, 8:30 in the morning. You want to join my team, Team Warrior Blood. We want to create a team, join individually, virtually, anywhere that you're at. It's a 5K. You can run or you can walk a mile, whichever's better. But y'all come out and run for a purpose and show some support. And you guys can donate. We have vendors that are going to be out there. Still looking for some vendors. If you guys want some spots to come out here, go ahead and shoot me a DM, direct message if you want. But it's going to be great, man. But that's the fight that really I want to continue to spread the awareness and to really show people in our hometown, in our city, that you're not alone. You're never alone.
You are doing something that I really admire because, one, you're so open and passionate about your story, right? And like you alluded to earlier, you're diagnosed with sarcoma at such a young age, and shortly afterwards, you lose both parents. And I've been fortunate enough to meet some of your family members, and just watching the way that you guys galvanized around each other, like how strong you are together, how much love there is for y'all within each other, is something that I think is so inspiring and so, amazing seeing, individuals like you, because there's a lot of times where that happens to somebody and they just, like, naturally we go down, we get depressed, we have all those issues. And you're building up here, and you're not just building up for yourself, but you're building up for, the future. And you really want to, impact young lives and get them on a different path while motivating them. And you're also currently right now the tip of the spear where it comes to generating a brand new walk/run/5K here in El Paso. And, last year was the first year that I've done it.
Yeah.
And seeing the turnout for that was just crazy to see, man. What's that like for you to see that you were able to get all that passion that you have, put it into something, and now it's become this snowball effect where it's just going to keep going and going and going?
I'll just tell you like this, like, in that moment, the job's never finished, but in that moment, I felt accomplished. But in that moment, at the same time, I wanted more. I want more impact, more awareness, more hope, more life, more strength, more health. I wanted more. I was already thinking about the next run, this run. What do I need to do differently? How can I reach out more people? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And all this comes from deep within, because, I have lost both parents as a kid. My story, it's not about that. It's what I do with my story. It's what I do with the impact and the people who I share my story, and seeing it transcend into their growth, and seeing my story be someone else's survival guide. That's when you're saying, I want more of that. I want my story to reach at least just one person. It has, but I want it to reach a lot of people. And I want people to share their story. I want people to now know that their story matters. That it's not about me. It's not about what I'm doing. It's about the impact, right? I mean, women lie, men lie, but impact doesn't. And I come from a family of 5, and being the youngest, I want to lead the pack. I want to lead them into something that's far greater than what than what the devil is trying to set limits on. Right? Because we're blessed, we're made on purpose for a purpose. And us five, and that's my pack. And we're all leaning into something, we're all growing, and my pack is my family. And that's my strength. And I just want more impact. You just want more awareness, and you just want to get more out of life. But I'm going to tell you, like, my family, my brothers and my sisters, they got that wolf. And I'm going to tell you, like, their story, and once you hear everyone's story is different from my family, and get different perspectives and what they're doing, how they just take on life with their passion. You think I got passion? My family's got passion. And I'm gonna tell you that I get emotional about it because, like, my older siblings, like, they don't know, they're my world to me, right? They're my world to me, and I want to see them. I want to see them fight. I want to see them accomplish more in life, and we all kind of just inspire each other, motivate each other, and keep on moving. Hey, we want more out of life. Hey, do this. We need more. Don't give up. When life hits, hit back. And, being out there in last year with awareness of what I'm doing and just the support that I have from my family, I've been truly blessed. Truly blessed. With my lady, my woman, my daughter as well. It's just been such a blessing to have them beside me and the support that I've had these past couple of years. But I'm shooting for more. I'm not settling for something that's mediocre, something that's average. I want people to see, hey, that's the cancer wolf. Hey, that's Shane Wolf right there. That's purpose. That's a walking testimony. I want to shed light where there's dark places. And I believe that comes with more awareness, and more impact. And just the job's not finished. But in that moment, I'm going to tell you, it was a blessing. It was a blessing to have people out there, to have the support that I had. And it just felt amazing. It felt amazing. But I just feel like God's work, it's not finished. And every day, I'm revealing something new, not only in the world, but in myself. I'm revealing something new every single day. And I'm starting to discern a lot of the stuff that isn't adding value to my life. Right. And when I talk about that, I talk about the people out there that are living life and taking it for granted, taking these days for granted. Right. And everyone has a different path. Everyone has a different road. But I tell people, like, 30%. 30%. What do you mean? Yeah, say it with me. 30%. What do you mean 30%? That's what the doctors told me when I got diagnosed with my cancer. They told me I only had a 30% chance of survival rate. 30%. Like, some of you are only operating at only 30% right now. And some people have kids. Some people are out there, dang, how am I going to get do this? How are you not operating at 120%? Don't take life for granted. No. My life was told me 30% after seeing my dad purple, right? No heartbeat. 2 months later, I get diagnosed with cancer. You only got 30% chance of survival rate. So that's why I live. You got to go 120% in everything that you do, in all aspects of life. 120%. If you're in the gym, activate that wolf, that fight, right? Waking up in the morning, telling yourself that you're brave, telling yourself that you're strong, telling yourself that you're more than enough. That sets the tone. But in everything that you do, operate at 120%.
How hard is it for you to, like, just sit back You know what I mean? Like sit back, relax, realize that, okay, maybe, yeah, I'm doing my 120%, but I'm sitting here relaxing because I'm kind of the same way, right? Like I've got 24 hours in the day. I'm going to try to maximize as much as possible. And there'll be times where I find out whenever I'm in the moment where I'm supposed to be relaxed and having that family time that I'm not really present, if that makes sense. How hard is that for you to try to like balance all that out?
Well, one thing that I remind myself, right? Because I understand where you're coming from. We can all be still, but our minds can be operating 100 miles an hour. It's like, okay, I'm thinking about the future, but I need to be with my family, and it really does take some disconnecting and just reconnecting back, right? But I always tell myself, be present, be present.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
because you don't get those moments back.
Because you don't, and you got to be present in that current moment. Because if you're thinking about the next moment, right? Think about how many moments that you miss just thinking about the next moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what it's about. When I come out and share this moment with you, right? And this is an impactful moment. But I could have easily thought about the next moment tomorrow for 4th of July.
Yeah.
And totally missed this moment.
Or even, 30 minutes from now, right?
Even 30 minutes.
Like whatever it is that we've got going on. And I'm glad that you have that mindset to where, you're such a young guy. And to me, it's awesome to see someone that has like your passion, your mindset, your drive. The fact that you want to inspire others to not just be great, but like be beyond that. Realize the potential that they have within themselves.
Right.
Because I feel like it takes people a long time to get there. But I also think you going through the stuff that you went through at such a young age kind of pushes you forward into that, right? Like it kind of made you this person that you are today.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, what you go through in life, life doesn't come by to, like when life hits, right? A lot of the stuff that's set in your path, it doesn't come to disrupt your path, right? It's what I told you moments before.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes sometimes things happen in your life that's going to clear your path, and a lot of the times, for people that's going through stuff and adversity and this opposition, these challenges in life, it's how am I going to respond, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people don't know how to respond. And the biggest thing that I took out of all the adversities and the challenges that I faced in my oppositions is, okay, how can I be grateful for this setback? How can I really because true growth, it happens when, how can I what positive can I take out of a negative? Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what you gotta work your mind to is how can you be grateful when God says, no, I can't give you that yet. I need you to go through this way first. Right. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the storms, right? And they say like a lot of the storms that come in our path, and you won't be the same person coming out of the storm as you were when you entered the storm. But that's what the storm is all about. And I'm telling you, my storms, they made me who I am. But I'm going to tell you what, I made a decision. And it all starts with the decision that you make. That's the one power that we have, is choice. I had to make a decision that I want better. I had to make a decision that I want to be healthier. I want to make a decision that I want to impact more people. I want to make a decision that my life is going to be a testimony. It's going to be a survival guide for somebody else. And all it takes is to impact one person. Because tomorrow isn't promised. And all these challenges, it really made me see life and really see what everybody else is doing. And don't get me wrong, I'm in a certain path and like I see people still doing a bunch of stuff, but that's not adding value to what I want to do and the impact that I want to make. So it's a struggle. Mm-hmm. And it's something that you have to fight through it. Right. And a lot of stuff that I went through really developed my strength, but you have to decide to let it develop you. Right. And a lot of the setbacks that happened in my life was really God just setting me up. But I had to activate my wolf. I had to not give up. when I was on my high, I got everything that I wanted. I got everything that I need right now. Nope. God said, I'm going to set you back. I need you to learn this first.
Mhm.
So when all these storms happen, all this adversity, all this opposition, learn to be grateful for it. See if you can take the positive out of it and grow from it. And that's why you grow out of the storm.
Yeah.
So that you don't have to go back. And a lot of the times, I don't call them coincidences. I call them God incidences, right? And you talk to people and you might say something that they needed to hear because you don't know what other people are going through.
Exactly.
Right. You never know. People can just be living life and like, oh, we're going to do this, but you can hide a lot of pain behind a smile. Now, if you look in my eyes, right? People won't like, man, yeah, you have nice green hazel eyes, but no, man, there's a lot of pain behind these eyes.
Yeah.
These eyes have seen depression, seen anxiety, I've seen suicide, I've seen death, I've seen torment. There's anxiety, there's pain, right? But I'm gonna tell you, what I listen to is my heart, and that's where that passion, that's where that love comes from. That's where I'm not giving up comes from. And no matter how hard life gets or what situation you may find yourself in, always just listen to that heartbeat. And if you have a heartbeat, I tell everybody you have a purpose.
Because there's a lot of people that didn't get one today.
Exactly. And a lot of people have the same opportunity. We both wake up 2 feet on the ground, be grateful, tell yourself some positive affirmations in the morning. It's wolf mode time. Got to be in wolf mode all week, every single day, because you don't know when life is going to come smack you in the face. And I'm going to tell you that because I've been through it, right? But it's all up to that person, that individual. It all takes a decision, but I really feel like my storms and what I went through and my pain, became my purpose. And it's how we live through that pain and how we overcome that makes the biggest impact. Because when you share that with other people, and that's a decision that I made, I traveled to Atlanta, shout out David Power Talk and the Power Talk family out there. But that's the biggest thing was, how are you going to use your story? How are you going to use your pain and use it as power, right? So now I was up there in Atlanta speaking to individuals that I've never met in my life. And your story matters. And you don't know who's out there listening. So if this is how I've been kind of functioning lately. It's like what I've always have been. I feel like whatever you feel in your heart you need to do, you got to do it. Point blank. You got to do it. And a lot of people aren't going to understand why you're doing some things. A lot of people aren't going to understand your grind. A lot of people aren't going to understand or even give you those likes or give you those, like, it's not about the likes. It's not about, it's about why I'm doing it. Right. And I heard a wise man once say, he said, if your why doesn't make you cry, then the price of success is going to be too high. Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, like, why I do stuff and why I'm doing a lot of the stuff, a lot of the things that I do is because my why. I remind myself of why I'm doing it every single day. And I'm just a normal kid from El Paso, right? Just a nobody trying to tell somebody about somebody, and that's Jesus Christ. That's my Lord and Savior. You turn to God. Everything that you do, your worries, you turn to worship, right? And I'm gonna tell you, like, I'm grateful. I wouldn't change anything that I've been through. I wouldn't exchange it for a better path, because all my adversities, all my challenges, all the setbacks, all the disappointments, they made me who I am today. I'm not ashamed of that. And a lot of people shouldn't be ashamed of where they come from and who they are. I mean, we all have a story.
The fact that you're able to make it out of that means that story can impact somebody else. And I've always felt that way as well, right? Like, people say it all the time, and who listens to your podcast, who does this, whatever. For me, it's more like giving people the opportunity to be able to say something. And whenever it comes down to, let's say I'm doing the silly sports stuff, if there's someone that's going through like a little bit of depression, that me making jokes about sports, or, if I could bring a smile to their face for even just that small moment to help them deal with whatever it is they got, I did my job.
Yep.
I did more than what I, could have ever thought possible.
Exactly.
And one of the things that really helped me realize that was the pandemic, right? I'm doing a show, there's no sports, so I'm just talking a bunch of silly stuff, and people are like, man, I look forward to this because it helps get me through this. I didn't realize my depression was getting me this way, and all those little things. So I'm glad that you can sit there and say, look, if my story inspires one person, I've won. I've done what I've needed to do.
Yeah.
But I can guarantee you this, my dude, your story is going to inspire more than just one person. And I'm not saying that to gas you up. I'm saying that as someone that truly believes this. With what you've been through, with the things that you're trying to do, with the motivation I see that you got in those eyes, my guy, you are going to do some amazing things. Starting with what's going to happen on the 29th, the run that we got. Tell everybody where it's at, what time it's going to be, all the little details we need.
Yeah, man. So it's at Album Park. You Google it. It's Parkwood, El Paso, Texas, 799-25, I believe. Yes. And you can go to my Instagram page. It's at Shane Wolf Speaks, or at Me Brand, or you can look me up on Facebook, Eric Shane Munoz. I'm on Twitter at Shane Wolf Speaks, TikTok at The Wolf Speaks. I have the link in there to register. You just click in person, El Paso, Texas, live, and then it gives you an option: create a team individually, or you can choose a team. You can be on my team, Team Warrior Blood, or create one. You join virtually anywhere that you are. Share it with somebody, and asking for any potential donors that want to donate to the cause. You are free to do so. And if you want to check in, I encourage runners. It starts at 8:30, around 8:30, 9 o'clock. I encourage you guys get there as early as possible. That way we can get you checked in, get your bib, get you a goodie bag for the first 20 runners that are going to be checked in. And it's going to be great, man. We're going to have different vendors out there. We're going to have some snow cones, after the run, after the event festivities. We're going to have some food. It's going to be great, guys. So come out, run for a great cause, and enjoy some good company, some motivation, and get inspired.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to be out there again. Like I said, I got your back. Anytime you need something, let me know. I'll be there for you, my guy. Everyone, once again, I invite you to go on out there. July 29th, Album Park. Get out there as early as possible. Register with Shane. Once again, at Shane Wolf Speaks on the various social media. It's a great event, and it's going to impact a ton of people, not just here in the city of El Paso, but throughout the world as well. Shane, once again, thank you so much, my guy. I got nothing but love for you, and I can't wait to see what we do on the 29th.
All love, baby. All love. Let's get it.